Hello, and welcome. If you're an African Christian author, I want you to know you're in the right place. We all know how important our message is, right? But what happens after we've poured our hearts out and written that final word? Well, today we're going beyond the writing part. We're diving into what it takes to publish with excellence. And believe it or not, it often starts with the power of professional layout.
Let's just pause on this for a second, because this is the foundation for everything we're about to talk about. The season of questioning our value, that's over. We know our stories, our testimonies, our teachings, they have a divine purpose. We are confident in that.
So that brings us to the really tough question we have to ask ourselves. We have these incredible, powerful, potentially life-changing messages inside our books. But is the package itself, the way the book looks and feels, is it truly honoring the weight and the importance of the words inside?
You see, it's because our work is so much more than just a creative project. As we're about to see, our message truly has a mission.
Let's be really clear about this. What we're doing is not just producing content. No way. We are on the front lines, actively shaping how people think, how their faith is nurtured, and how our culture is influenced for Christ for years and years to come. That's a heavy responsibility.
So, if our message has such a high and holy calling, what on earth could get in its way? Well, funny enough, it's often something most people don't even consciously notice, but their spirit absolutely feels it. It's what I call the unseen barrier.
And this just lays it all out, doesn't it? The moment a reader opens your book, they get an instant impression. A professional layout, like you see on the left, it just screams authority, credibility. It feels respectful. But an amateur layout? It's distracting. It immediately starts to erode trust and just creates this friction, making it harder for your powerful message to get through.
And look, caring about industry standards isn't about being prideful or trying to be fancy. It's about opening doors. This is what gets your book considered for global distribution, for awards, for being adopted by churches and Bible schools. It's all about making sure your God-given message can actually reach as many people as possible.
So, we need a totally new way to think about layout. Let's stop thinking of it as decoration, okay? And start thinking about it as something way more fundamental. Think of it as the actual infrastructure of your book.
This, right here, is the big mindset shift. Professional layout isn't about your favorite font or some pretty design. It is the foundational system, the engineering that makes a book readable, credible, and ready for printers. It's not about taste, it's about building a solid structure.
Okay, so what is this infrastructure we're talking about? Well, it's all the technical stuff that, when done right, you don't even notice. It's things like the margins, how fonts are used to create a clear hierarchy, the spacing between lines. It even controls for those weird single words left alone at the top or bottom of a page. It's about creating this seamless, consistent experience from cover to cover.
And this is where the practical connects right back to the spiritual. When we take the time to create a book that is easy and even pleasant to read, we are doing two things. We are honoring the incredible message God gave us, and we are honoring the reader who is giving us their precious time. This isn't just design, it is an act of stewardship.
All right, so you're probably thinking, this all sounds great, but how do I actually do it? Well, it all begins with choosing the right tools for the job. And honestly, this is where a lot of us, myself included, have made a big mistake in the past.
Let's just get this straight, once and for all. A tool like Microsoft Word, it's fantastic. For one job, writing and editing your manuscript. That's its purpose. But, and this is a big but, when it is time to turn that manuscript into an actual book, you need to switch tools. You need proper publishing software because its entire purpose is different. It's made for building books.
So, what are these magical tools? Well, here are the main ones. Adobe InDesign, that's the undisputed king for print. Affinity Publisher is a really powerful and much more affordable option. Vellum is an absolute dream for creating beautiful, standard ebooks and print-on-demand files. And if you're a bit more techy, Scribus is a great open-source choice. These are the tools that build professional books. And why does using the right tool matter so much? Because your book isn't just a file sitting on your laptop. It's a product. It's a system that has to move through a whole chain of printers, distributors, and stores. Using professional layout software creates the right kind of file that flows smoothly through that system without getting rejected, which can save you so much time and money. All right, let's bring this all home. I want to pull all these practical ideas together and tie them back to our ultimate purpose, to our why.
At the end of the day, chasing after excellence in how we publish our books is a powerful form of witness. It's not about vanity. A well-made book wordlessly communicates our diligence, our commitment to order, and the deep respect we have for both our message and for the person holding the book. And you know what? This principle is woven right into Scripture. Our commitment to doing things well with decency and order is a direct reflection of the character of the God we represent. It's about living this out in a very real, tangible way through our work. So if you take one thing away today, let it be this. For us, as authors on a mission for the kingdom, excellence can't just be an optional extra we add on if we have time. It has to be the standard. Because our message matters so much, the medium that carries it has to matter too. So, I'll just leave you with this to think about. You have been entrusted with a powerful story, a necessary message for this generation. My question to you is, how will you choose to steward that story with the excellence it truly, truly deserves?
Open the pages, come take a seat, where stories and faith and wisdom meet. From Africa to the world we see God's truth told through you and me. Authors,
books and comments.